I want to talk to you today and give you some food for thought from the Bible about the notion of God's perfectness and the notion that Christians say that God is perfect, and allegedly the Bible says so. So they interpret the Bible. And why I think it's a kind of a logical fallacy, and it's self-contradictory. And I've just opened dictionary.com and checked the word perfect, and it is described as perfect, meaning conforming absolutely to the description or definition of an ideal type. Second, excellent or complete beyond practical or theoretical improvement. Exactly, number three, exactly fitting the need in a certain situation or for a certain purpose. Entirely without any flaws, defects, or shortcomings. 5. Accurate, exact, or correct in every detail. 6. Thorough, complete, utter. 7. Pure or unmixed. Now, my question is, if God is perfect, because you cannot say God is perfect, but he wanted to be more perfect, or most perfect, whatever. These are oxymorons. The word optimal or optimum does not have more optimal or more optimum or most optimal. The word optimal is optimal. That means kind of perfect. Same thing with words minimum or minimal and maximum and maximal. It's minimum, optimum, maximum, or minimal, optimal, maximal. You don't have more minimal or less minimal or more maximal. In other words, optimal means the best, perfect. And same thing with the word perfect. You cannot have more perfect or most perfect or gradations like comparative and superlative form of that word. Perfect is, again, I will repeat because most people don't understand, most Christians. Conforming absolutely to the description or definition of an ideal type. Ideal means something cannot be better than that. Cannot be better than that. Excellent or complete beyond practical or theoretical improvement. Exactly fitting the need in a certain situation or for a certain purpose. And it can be argued that God being perfect exactly fits the need for the certain, for his situation and for his purpose. For entirely without any flaws, defects, or shortcomings whatsoever. 5. Accurate, exact, or correct in each and every detail. And 6. Thorough, complete, and utter. Again, this is perfect from dictionary.com. The definitions of the word perfect from dictionary.com. And my question is, if it is argued by Christians and Christian theologians and Christian apologists that God is allegedly perfect, why did he need to create various worlds, civilizations, universes, and human beings like us. For what purpose? They say it's for the glory of God. Okay, let's assume for the sake of the argument that it was for his glory. The fact that he desired to have something which he did not have before means that he lacked something. He was not satisfied with the way he was. Talking about God. That's a logical conclusion. And it's a simple logical conclusion. He was not satisfied with the way he was, and or bored. And he decided to create our world, for example. The reason why he created our world is for his glory, so that his creatures will worship him, because he was in desperate need of being worshipped. People bowing down before him and worshiping him and praising him forever and ever, all day long and all night long. That's narcissism, by the way. That's a psychological condition. Now, I have read various Bible commentaries, treatises, and analyses by various theologians, Calvinists, whatever, Lutherans, Puritans, and they say that God has created as many worlds and civilizations as there are grains of sand in the world. That is, countless number of unfallen worlds, civilizations, human beings, and other conscientious or conscious forms of life. And it has been argued that all these other civilizations, which are quadrillions upon quintillions upon sextillions, countless number in many universes, however you want to view it, because I don't know how many universes there are. We only know of one universe. They are watching now this conflict allegedly between God and devil. And my question is, if God was perfect, why did he have the need to create something new? That means he wanted to become more perfect. This is a logical contradiction, logical fallacy. That means he was not perfect enough in the beginning. And then he strives to better his perfection, to become more perfect, and probably, I would conclude, finally attaining, becoming most perfect. This is logically not good, not consistent, but I'm just saying, because it is claimed that by the sacrifice of Jesus, God has glorified himself, has made himself more glorious. In other words, he was not glorious enough, and he has made himself more glorious and will make in the future, in the second coming, himself most glorious. So there are gradations of the word perfect, perfect, more perfect, most perfect, and glorious, more glorious, most glorious. The fact that he needed to create a universe with human beings or any other beings, angels, for example, means that he lacked something. He was not happy or content or satisfied with himself or within himself in whatever world he lived in before he created anything. And by the way, when they say God created the universe and the world ex nihilo, from nothing, it's not true, because he was all in all, and he was all, and he's infinite. So he had pretty much to take from to create something from him and not from nothing, because if you argue that God created something from nothing, then you equal God with nothing, which is another logical fallacy, contradiction, and stupidity. So it's not true that God created something from nothing, but as he is an infinite, eternal being, and he is all in all, he has enough material in any sense of the world to take from and use to create the universe and the worlds, and our world, and whatever. So my points are that God is trying to change the sense of the word perfect and of the word optimal. He's trying to become more perfect, more glorious, and more optimal. And if you ask any philologist, people who are specialists on grammar, they will tell you that the gradation, more optimal, doesn't exist. It's contradictory. Most optimal also does not exist. There's no such thing. It's optimal, minimal, or maximum. Maximum. So apparently there are some inconsistencies and contradictions that are irreconcilable. You cannot explain them. However you want to turn and twist them, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. And humans are the only beings on this planet, as far as I know, that try to make sense of the world they live in. And so that's what I wanted to share with you, and I will appreciate your comments, thoughts, and opinions on the matter. Thank you very much for listening, and until next time, bye.